Hey, what's going on, team? It's Ricky with TechBud Solutions. I hope that you guys are all having an amazing Sunday. I just wanted to quickly talk about some of the stocks that I'm going to be watching this week, especially with it being earnings week. I really hope that you guys can learn something new. And if you do, please consider dropping a thumbs up and subscribing if you feel like we earned it. So let me go ahead and just jump right into it. Overall, NASDAQ market has been pulling on back. It's been forming lower lows and lower highs. We are testing previous lows or new lows, even surpassing previous lows of 354. So this overall last week was not necessarily the best week. And again, a lot of it just stemmed from what was going on with big tech earnings. Big tech is not necessarily reporting bad earnings. They all necessarily exceeded expectation, but their guidance for a few of them is a little off. This upcoming week, I wanted to share with you three of the main companies that I'm watching due to earnings, right? The first one is going to be Apple stock. Apple stock is going to be reporting earnings on Thursday. The reason Apple stock is so important is that Apple stock is, again, one of the most valuable companies that's publicly traded. Has a $2.63 trillion market cap. And again, it's just a reminder, if Apple misses expectation or its guidance is a little bit off, and then if Apple stock begins to sell off, then it will most likely drag down the NASDAQ market with it. So yes, we are cheap. Again, we are still holding above the moving average, but if Apple stock does not perform well on Thursday, we cannot be surprised if the overall market begins to even sell off more. The other company that I'm going to be paying attention to is AMD. AMD is set to report earnings on Tuesday after the market closes. I will be live streaming both Apple and AMD earnings. And again, all you literally have to do is subscribe to the channel, right? So AMD reporting earnings Tuesday after the market closes. So make sure that you're aware of that. And then one of the other ones that is decently a fair company, right, is PayPal and Roku, and those are set to report earnings on Wednesday after the market closes. But one thing that I want to share with you guys very quickly is what is coming up this week, and it's going to be November 1st, and it's an FOMC meeting, 2 p.m. Eastern time. This is when the Federal Reserve decides if they're going to be raising, pausing, or cutting interest rates. It's going to be very interesting to see because the last time Jerome Powell spoke, he gave a couple signs of him being a little bit more hawkish than what a lot of people anticipated. So we cannot be too surprised if, right now there's pretty low expectations of him raising interest rates. So again, just another thing, if what he says or what he announces on Wednesday during that FOMC meeting, if they actually raise interest rates when the market has not already factored that in, then we can easily see the overall NASDAQ market break below that moving average. As of right now, NASDAQ market is in the green. It's up about nearly 0.5%. So a lot of consolidation here, testing that 14,350 resistance. So we'll see that if by the time the market opens tomorrow, if the market actually begins to show signs of a steady recovery. One of the other ones, again, this is just for fun, but it's one that I talk a lot about from time to time with my LPP team. And this is American Airlines. American Airlines is going through a pretty rough rut right now. It went from overall highs of $19 to current lows of $10.88, nearly losing about 50% of its valuation in just about 2 months. And it's still selling off, right? The cheap can always get cheaper. I'm very, very excited to follow up with this once and if it begins to indicate signs of a reversal, right? And actually indicate signs of an uptrend. As of right now, there's no indication of that. It's a very simple saying. This is a falling knife in a sense, right? So the cheap can always get cheaper. Let it get cheaper. There's no reason that we should be rushing into this to try to overpay, right? A very simple thought process behind this. And that goes for pretty much, the rest of big tech as well. Again, I can't stress this enough. Like, I would be ready if the market does begin to indicate signs of a recovery, right? Because for companies like TQQ or ETFs like TQQQ, right? If we look at this from our current lows to our previous highs, that's nearly a 30% ROI. And that's just the previous highs of around $40 a share. I'm ready for it. I'm sure a lot of you guys are too, but Just because we want the market to recover doesn't mean that it will. And again, let's remind ourselves, there's always money to be made. So if the market does begin to sell off, what do you think that I'm going to be paying attention to? SQQQ, right? SQQQ goes up when the NASDAQ market goes down. And if we continue to see that, the series of earning reports that are getting released, the FOMC meeting on Wednesday, if it continues to fuel even more selling pressure, I'm going to try to the best of my ability. I'm not perfect, right? But to not overcomplicate my trading, remove my opinion and what I hope happens and just go with the flow, right? But that's going to be my focus for the day, taking it day by day, making sure that I'm aware of, what big companies I'm paying attention to that are going to be reporting earnings. On Tuesday, we have AMD. On Thursday, we have Apple after the market closes. And then on Wednesday, we also have PayPal and Roku. But most importantly, in my opinion, we have the FOMC rate decision, right? So I personally do not like to trade when these companies are reporting earnings. So I don't mind taking trades prior to the earning report if direction is clear. But when it comes down to the actual earning report itself, I try to the best of my ability to either have a very light position and or just be cash, wait for the market to react, wait for the market to digest not just the earning report, but also, the earning call. And then at that point, I can make a more informed decision, the following day. So I wanted to keep today's video very short and sweet. I wanted you to be aware of, the different economic reports that are coming out this week, and also the different companies that are reporting earnings and what my focus is. Yes, I do believe that the overall NASDAQ market has pulled back a decent amount, but the cheap can always get cheaper. And I think this week we'll pretty much test that. Are we going to hold above the moving average on QQQ? We'll see. And if we do begin to show signs of a support, then you guys know exactly what I'm going to be paying attention to. And that's going to be TQQQ. So as right now, holding above the moving average on this day chart, we'll see if this week we either show progress below it or if we actually begin to show signs of a reversal. So very, very excited to have you guys. Especially, I know that there's a handful of you that joined our team over the weekend. I'm excited for you guys to be able to watch me trade live as soon as Monday, which is tomorrow, right at market open. And I hope to see you there. It's going to be the second link in the description down below. I want to remind you, it's a one-time payment, lifetime access, and you'll get to watch me trade live every single day, right? It's the only thing that I offer. I offer nothing else. So if you either, you can sign up for it and then you can watch me every day. And if not, I totally understand that. I wish you nothing but the best. Don't forget to subscribe to the channel, right? So the last thing that I do want to remind you is that we are giving away this Suron e-bike. And it ends today. So this Suron e-bike was a 2-day giveaway. It started yesterday and it ends tonight at midnight. Literally, if you purchase anything from the store, shoptechbuds.com, you'll automatically get entered. So you have 5 hours and 26 minutes left for the Suron e-bike giveaway. You can literally buy a small thing. You can buy anything, right? You'll automatically get entered for this 2-day giveaway, and that's for the Suron e-bike. And it also enters you for the M4 giveaway, but the Suron e-bike giveaway ends tonight, and then the winner's going to be selected tomorrow within my live on Instagram. So I appreciate your time. I hope that earned a thumbs up. Again, this is at shoptechbuds.com, which is the 4th link in the description down below. If you have any questions, you guys know how to reach out to me. Like always, let's make sure that we end the year on a green note. Take care, team.